What's up, Internet? Bloodieknux here, aka the Gothic Gamer of LV1 Gaming, back with another wonderful review. And y'all already know that your boy is also known as the Anime King because I love anime. And I have a very fun review for you today here for Fairy Tail Beach Volleyball Havoc. And if that's not a mouthful, I don't know what it is. But it is a new game set in the wonderful universe of Fairy Tail, with our favorite mages from the Fairy Tail Guild having a little bit of some fun in the sun, if you will. I was like, that's right, this is a dedicated beach volleyball game with everyone's favorite wacky characters from the Fairy Tail Guild. Now, like all anime, there's always a dedicated beach episode, which is what this game is. But the biggest key is, how does it hold up? Well, watch along here as we go through our review, and we'll let you know. Alright? So this is your spoiler warning. But with that being said, let's jump right on into the review. First up, with the story. There is none. There's none. It's a beach episode. Fan service. It writes itself, okay? Now, for the visuals of the game, the game is absolutely fun. It's a blast to see. It's very vibrant, very eye-catchingly poppy. Like, there's a lot of bright colors in here, and it can sometimes be a little bit overwhelming, especially with the fact that it's kind of really digging into the tropical beach aesthetic with all the gusto one can imagine here. But it's still really pretty. It's still fun. I was like, it's a very unique mix of kind of pixelated but not fully, and also kind of embracing everyone characters kind of like a semi-chibi form but not completely, while also kind of mixing in a lot of what you would expect out of their traditional anime look kind of aesthetic. A little bit more exaggerated for some of the characters. And of course, with it being beach time, you already know what that means. That means everyone's going to be down on their beachwear. That means all the girls are going to be in bikinis and one pieces, while everyone's favorite boys are going to be showing off those 6-packs, or in some case 12-packs, ripped muscles, short shorts, and shirtless as far as the eye can see. It's fan service. What do you expect? Plenty to look at. It's enjoyable. Yeah. Now, the audio of the game is actually pretty fun. It's a very unique little sound design. It's more unique in the fact that it's very simple. I was like, there's not a lot of talking, there's no voiceovers, there's nothing really coming from the characters. It's all text-based. But what's nice is the relying mainly on the music and the OST. The OST has a nice little fun, plucky sound. It's upbeat, and it really kind of adds to that tropical beach theme. And when you mix in with during the volleyball matches, the magic going crazy, it can get a little bit chaotic, but it's definitely enjoyable. But there's not a lot of variety. So if you want a lot of variety, the audio really isn't it. The soundtrack only has a very few limited number of songs, and after a while, really not that long into it, it's going to get repetitive, and for some people that may be a bit of a turnoff. For me, it was definitely more of a, it kind of got boring and overstayed its welcome. But it's different for everyone. And lastly, we have the gameplay. Again, going with a very simple approach. It's a beach episode. What more do you need? The crew is playing volleyball, but it's unique on its take with volleyball. It's almost like a volleyball street, but with magic. Yes, because all the Fairy Tail characters, whether you're looking at staples like Natsu, Lucy, Urza, or Gray, you're also going to see a lot of other notable side characters that are very well known to fans of the series. People like Laxus, Lion, Altier, Mira Jane, and of course even other big names like Gajeel and more. I was like, a lot of the fairy tale characters that one would expect are all here. Not to mention the mascots, you know, of course everyone knows Happy. But the main focus is that it's a volleyball game, and you realistically will only be using 3 inputs. You'll have a jump, and you'll have a spike, or a set. You'll pass it, set it, all that kind of stuff. If you know volleyball, you'll know exactly what it is. But the biggest catch-all to it is that as you rally the ball back and forth from between the teams, there will be shards that drop that'll increase to allow you to use magic. And each character has their own unique magic skill, unique to their character, what you would expect. You know, Urza using her swords, as well as Natsu basically setting the ball on fire, and so on and so forth. But after each point throughout the match, there will be enchantments, adding new unique abilities to everyone's magic, changing things such as turning the ball into a shadow so it goes crazy all over the screen and will pop out randomly. Other things are stuff that can trick up your opponents, such as creating a giant banana peel, or basically creating 17 times gravity and making them not able to run or jump across the court, so they're all squashed down and not able to move. There's a lot of different effects that adds into the zany nature of the game, which is fun. But with it only having one single mode, there's not a lot here for longevity. It's enjoyable, fun, but if you're playing by yourself, it's going to kind of wear yourself out against the computers very quickly. And as you play throughout the game, you unlock more and more of the roster here, whether you win or lose, which is nice. I was like, but you will unlock it over time. The other biggest part is the fact of it feels that the game is more a very simplistic party game meant to be played with friends. And that's perfectly fine for those who want to play a simplistic party game with their friends. But outside of that, there's not a lot going on here that offers any sort of long-term playability. Now, overall, my thoughts on the game is that it's fun for the short while that I played it. It's definitely just not something that you would want to play like all the time. It's something like, hey, you know what? I'm in the mood for a short little session, and you can jump right into it. Outside of that, it's not something that's going to be very dedicated to a long-term play. It's no Smash Brothers. It's nothing. It's no anything else. But for what it is, for a short little fun session, it's nice. A quick little pick up and put down game. But that's simply my thoughts on it. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Hopefully y'all check out the game. But until then, guys, I was like, we do appreciate y'all all so much here for checking out the review. I was like, you can find the links down in the chat below. We do want to thank the team over at Kodansha and everyone else for providing a key for the game. And more than anything, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It means the world to us. It lets us know that y'all are enjoying the content that we put out here, enjoying all of these reviews. You can also find everyone's links down below, and make sure to follow everyone. Until then, guys, remember, y'all can always get your start here at level 1. See you in the next one, guys.